is about children being well parented.
Ray Barry.
Well, I would take issue with you beyond that. The data, the statistics, points to the best predictor of positive outcomes for children being brought up with married parents who live together. That doesn't deny the fact that some single parents, some lesbian couples might do a perfectly good, a superb job of raising children. But I think this just disguises the fact that we've had a model of family since time immemorial, which in this generation, for no obvious reason, we're dismantling. And the data...
It hasn't been since time immemorial. Actually, the shape of the family has changed dramatically, actually, with every generation and with all sorts of different political systems.
Are we dismantling?
You're assuming a family form of a man and a woman and 2.4 children that actually has been briefly a feature of 20th century Britain.
Well,
it's rather different in Sweden, and it was very different 100 years earlier.
I don't know where that data would come from, but my understanding is that we've had families ever since anybody can remember, which comprised a mother, a father. Those children who are brought up in an intact family with a mother and father, we've had some talk about a village raising a child, about needing wider adult modules.
Well, after separation, 38% of fathers lose contact with their children.
And when that happens, they also lose contact with half of their family. They lose contact with the paternal side of their family as well. This is where the village gets lost. This is where the child's experience of adults becomes very, very, very narrow. Yeah. And this is clearly not... I mean, I think we need to come back to this point that look at the data and on whatever individual experiences might be, the fact is that children being brought up by their natural parents living together is the strongest predictor that they will be happy, rounded, fulfilled, achieving adults.
Yeah. Certainly my point of view would be good parents are happy parents, and whether you live in the same home or separate homes is almost irrelevant. I certainly know people, and I'm sure all of us do, who live together and are terribly unhappy, and the children suffer as a result of that. So surely it's in a child's interest to be in a happy home, irrespective of whether the father and the mother live under the same roof.
I mean, there's always this that anyone can point to a situation where there's an unhappy mother and father and this clearly isn't beneficial. But that doesn't argue for saying all forms of family are equally good, because they're not. A mother and father who work together at loving each other and creating a loving home for their children...
Is the best form of family, is it?
Best form of family. That's where children are happy. The role of a father has got to be broader than just, you know, going camping with every respect and football. What a father does is far broader than that, as you were saying, Bea. But coming back to what I thought was a very important question, what do we need to do to enable fathers to be good fathers or good parents, whichever? And the first thing we have to do is to allow fathers to be in touch with their children. I mean, we have 25% of fathers in this country who are not in touch with their children. But I'm interested, and an awful lot of us are excluded from being involved in raising our children for no good reason.
Claire McGlynn.
In terms of the kind of reliability of the statistics on false allegations, I don't think that the police statistics tell the full story, because a lot of these allegations arise during divorce proceedings. A lot of them can arise in the case like we just heard of, where the rumours are spread on campus but never brought to the police's attention. So the damage is done, but there's never any trial.
Do you think there are a lot of false accusations?
Very much so. During divorce proceedings, because there is something to be gained in terms of acquiring the house, in terms of acquiring unlimited control of the children.